Hi, Mitch Bailey here for Bailey's and Air Heroes. This video is one of a series of videos that will explain our process and hopefully educate you on something we all take for granted, heating and air. Many customers ask what ifs. For example, what if I change my windows? How much energy will I save? Or what if I bumped up the attic insulation to R49? How much will that save? Your typical HVAC contractor would tell you that these projects will save energy, but they have no way of quantifying how much they will save. Yet without this information, the homeowner has no way of determining which measure will save them most money while keeping within their budget. However, when you use our company, Bailey's Air Heroes, we can give you those answers and more because we use Wrightsoft software to do our load calculations. Wrightsoft enables us to perform that what ifs quickly and easily so you can make informed decisions and see what measures give you the biggest bang for the buck. What you and I am about to show you is the load calculation for the Jackson residence. His current system is a 3-ton. The home is 1,414 square feet and built in 1953 with wood sash single pane windows, R11 insulation in the wall and stucco walls, about 2 inches of insulation in the attic, and a raised foundation with no insulation. If you had watched the rule of thumb video, you can see that this house fits the rule of 500 square feet per ton. Because the home is modeled in Wrightsoft, we can see how easily it is to do what ifs on a home and also show how homes constructed today do not fit the 500 square foot rule. So let's get to it. Okay, so what we have here is the Jackson residence, and I'm going to show you that the house was actually right at 1,414 square feet when it's drawn up. Also, if we look at the load calculation, with the current conditions, with the it's 2.8 tons. That's at 500 square feet per ton that you're going to find on a house built in the 1950s. If we go back to the drawing here, I'm going to change the attic insulation. That's going to be the first what if. So we're going to highlight each of the rooms and globally change them from the R7 that they currently are to R50. And we'll click OK. And now let's take a look at the load calculation. So if we took the zone, now we've taken it down to 2.2 tons, less than 2.5 tons, almost 2 tons of cooling. So we've reduced over a half ton, actually 0.6 tons of cooling just by adding the attic insulation. So let's go back, and now we're going to see what happens if we change all the windows out. So again, we're going to globally change, and currently the windows on these houses are single pane wood sash, and so let's just go ahead and highlight each of the windows. Real easy. Let's highlight each window, and we're going to make the change to our to low E windows. So we're going to make the windows way better, and that should be all the windows. Okay, so now we just go over here, and as you can see, they're all single pane operable windows, but they're wood. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch them to double pane, clear low E, and that'll have a ½ inch gap with 1/4 inch glass, and it's vinyl. So these are typical windows. These are not expensive windows. You could change these windows out, and the only window that would be very expensive is the one over here in the living room because it's a fairly large window, but all the rest of the windows could be hacked out fairly easily. So now we can compare the what if, what happens to the load calculation when we do that change. So we go back up here, and now as you can see, we're down to 1.8 tons. We've actually gone down below 2 tons. The biggest bang for your buck on this house, though, was the attic insulation, because this one only took it down from 2.2 to 1.8, so we only gained 0.4 tons. You had 0.6 tons on the attic insulation, so if they had a budget, their money would be better spent putting it into the attic insulation and not into the windows. So you can see how what if changes everything, and how the load calculation, if you don't have load calculation software like Wrightsoft, then they're just guessing. And I can actually quantify this by figuring out how much that tonnage reduction will save them in electricity over a summer. So I'll do that in another video, and we'll show the efficacy of doing Wrightsoft and using software to do your load calculation on every home you do.